Welcome back to the Short Smoke series. Today we are smoking the King Edwards Imperial, which is a 4 3/4 inches by 42 ring gauge. It's actually the first machine rolled short that we've reviewed, I think. And they're quite interesting actually because they are wrapped kind of like a sweet. So you probably can't see that, but there's a ring pull which you would like pull and open like a sweet wrapper.
What kind of sweet?
Like any wrapper of a sweet, like you know the box of like matchsticks, what are they called, like cigarette sticks or something, and you would like open them like that.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I was thinking it's an old school sweet, but I couldn't remember what one, and I was thinking of the sherbet dib dabs,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, because you don't unwrap those. By the way, can you remember those sweets, the yellow packet of sherbet with the one stick of sherbet you can get? Can you remember when they used to put those in the shop with the stick of sherbet sticking out for anyone to touch?
I think so. I don't know.
How crazy is that they used to have open sweets on the shelves?
Yeah.
During a time like this with COVID and everything, that just doesn't even bear thinking about, does it? It's literally like going to the supermarket today and buying a sliced orange just with your hands off the shelf.
Yeah.
Really bizarre. But yeah, I know what you mean. There is a little pull tab, and what I found interesting, I was taking photos of these, so as you can see, one has a wrapper on, one doesn't, and also one has a band on and one doesn't. The band is actually attached to the wrapper itself.
It's so weird, isn't it? So you kind of pull it like this. I mean, this is the first time I've done it. And it comes off. How weird. I suppose it's like quite, I don't know, useful for if you're just like out and about and you don't want to like rip things off.
I'm not sure if it's time saving for the company. I don't know if it's easier to manufacture because it's still just a cigar band that's stuck on the cellophane, but they integrate it in the cellophane for a reason I'm unaware of. Anyway, the cigar itself
smells really grassy,
but if you take it to your lips, to me it feels like, or at least it tastes like, it's sweetened, as if the wrapper has got some sort of sweet spray on it, almost like it's a bloody backwards. Can you taste how sweet it is, or is it just me?
No, I can see what you mean. How strange.
I'm not quite sure what it is. Anyway, these are the ultimate convenient smoke because you do not need to cut them. It almost looks like it's been poked with one of our cigar pokers. So that's one less thing you need to worry about. You don't need a cutter. So if you're out and about, if it's cold outside and you just want to have a quick cigar, these may or may not be a good option for you. We're going to go ahead and get them toasted, and we'll be back with you in a couple of seconds for our first draw. Now, after our last video, I have learned not to judge a cigar before I've actually tried it.
Yeah.
The Hoya de Nicaragua cigar that we had last time, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link above my head. That really surprised us both, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was a cheap, small cigar, and I didn't really have much hope, especially on my first couple of draws. It was very bitter, but wow, it provided such a great smoke in the end. So these, I think they're about £2.50 in the UK stores. Now that is a cheap cigar.
For the UK, oh my god.
Alright, so first couple of draws.
Nice easy draw.
It's got a very classic shape to it, this cigar.
I do like this shape.
Full body on the smoke. There's definitely a sweetness there on my lips.
There is. I agree with you. Quite nice.
Yeah.
Quite It's like mild flavours, but nice.
I'm definitely getting an artificial sweetness. I'll have to look it up after this video to see if I can find any sort of information about it, because there's certainly something there. There's a big bold smoke output, which is really nice. Quite a creamy little stick. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I am.
£2.50. Oi, oi.
Never judge a book by its cover, have you?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really look bad, I suppose.
No.
The wrapper either.
No,
but
it didn't. I was just taking the mick out of it earlier. Saying, oh, King Edwards, yeah. It's the sort of thing you have down the pub with a pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just me being judgmental because it's £2.50, so always happy to give these things a chance. The wrapper on it has got like a slight leathery texture to it.
Yeah, it's quite rough.
Wow. Oh, nice. Alright so far. It's not a bad little thing at all, is it? £2.50. Makes you wonder what's in it. For £2.50, doesn't it?
Going nice with this coffee.
Colombian bean. For any of you who are wondering.
I'm enjoying coffee right now. Like, it's the weather has just like turned from like warm to absolutely not in like a matter of like seconds.
Struggling to get the hang of going outside with only 2 layers on. It's like 3 or 4 layer weather now.
Yeah, I forgot earlier and went out with just a little light hoodie. Pleasantly surprised so far.
Look, for £2.50, even if this was slightly crap, I'd still go, nah, do you know what? It was £2.50. But so far, it's a pleasant little thing.
Yeah.
Because it was so cheap, I was half expecting it to be super bitter. But it's not in the slightest. I'm just getting a really bold smoke output, as you can probably tell on the video, and the flavours are sweet and creamy.
Really nice.
Which is alright. Quite impressed.
Me too.
I'm quite impressed. Because this winter, if you want to get a quick smoke in outside.
It also doesn't take long to light up either, because of the small tapered end. You know, it's a matter of seconds to light up. You don't have to snip the end.
They are an ultimate convenience smoke, and they are providing a nice sweety, creamy flavour and room note. It's all very pleasant. I am pleasantly surprised, and if you do find yourself fancying a little something out in the cold, look, if you start to freeze to death and you have to put this thing out, you're not going to feel overly guilty about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the sort of thing that you can actually come back to. A lot of Cuban and non-Cuban cigars, if you let them go out and you leave them for anything like a couple of hours, trying to relight them and trying to get them restarted again, you always get that bitter after kind of hot, nasty flavour.
Hot metal kind of vibe.
So I'd be interested with something like this that's short filler. If you can come back to it in a couple of hours, if you can, that would be splendid. I'll tell you what, the Hoya de Nicaragua cigar that we had on the last video and this are 2 of the cheapest cigars we've ever reviewed, and they've been really pleasant little things, haven't they?
Yeah.
We've sat here and smoked some £40-50 cigars, and they've just been plugged, unsmokable, the burn is awful, not much flavour is provided. And granted, look, I have to elaborate because I know people get a bit upset with us when we judge cigars based off of only the one that we're having in the video. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to judge and review what we're having at this table.
Yeah, that is what we're doing. So
we're not speaking on behalf of every cigar ever produced. So if we sit here and say something isn't quite to our expectations. Don't let that put you off buying a box, for goodness sake. Which is another thing I want to mention. I still think it will be worth doing another revised series where we kind of review cigars that we had a couple of years ago.
What do you guys think? Do you think we should do a revised series? This is something that Jen thinks we should do. So why don't we just throw it to them and see?
Yeah.
Like,
if you want to see that, leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And with that being said, if there is things that you guys want to see, whether it's reviews, product unboxings, anything, let us know in the comments box below. And whilst you do that, we're gonna stop recording for a second. We're gonna enjoy some coffee, and we'll get back to you in the final third for our final verdict. All right, welcome back to the final part of the video. We are well into the final thirds of these cigars now, and much like the first half of the video, I'm very surprised.
Yeah, I am.
Very pleasant little cigar.
Yeah, really pleasant. Lovely, smooth kind of smoke. Flavors are quite mild, but nice.
There's been no bitterness throughout this cigar, which is really nice. I don't like tasting bitterness from a cheaper cigar because I just don't think it's supposed to be there. It's not like a bitter coffee. It's not like bitter chocolate or anything like that. It's just nasty, strong, ashy bitterness.
Metallic taste.
Exactly, yeah. But with this, there's been no bitterness. It's been sweet, creamy. It's burnt well.
Yeah.
And overall, for a £2.50 stick, you cannot go wrong.
I know, it's really convenient as well, the way it comes packaged and the way it just comes like with a hole in it enough for to smoke straight away. You don't need to cut it. It's a really useful little cigar.
And they do sell these in packs of 5. Whether there's a discount for buying them in a pack of 5 rather than singles, I'm unsure, but it's probably worth having a couple of these in your humidor. Just why not? They're a pleasant little thing.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it.
Me too.
It's not been bad at all.
Not once.
Don't get me wrong, it's not one of those cigars that's going to blow you away like some that we've had previously.
Yeah.
But for £2.50.
Really good budget cigar.
Yeah.
It's decent.
This must be the cheapest cigar we've ever smoked.
Yeah, I think it is.
That you can buy as a single.
Yeah. Are you sure they were $2.50?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
£2.50.
Yeah. Defo recommend.
Nicely paired with a coffee as well. I don't think you would want to break out any of your favourite spirits or vintage rums, but
it's definitely a budget cigar, but it's a great budget cigar.
I can imagine having one of these with a coffee, a croissant, and that's it. It's just a nice little thing. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Bye.